Well, I had a dream and I asked, which city am I in? But it didn't seem to make sense to people. I said, what suburb? Your local council. Looked at me just puzzled. Oh. I was in the building. I said, I wonder if I don't know what floor level I'm on. And I said, I want to find the way out. And, I was on a floor that had the way out. I went out into the outside. And through some gardens that, or behind some houses, and people that were in their gardens were amazed I was there. I don't mean they did anything terrible, I just, oh goodness. The kitchen had a hot water tap for a very simple sink, and I realised there was no cold, but there was a cold, but that was, the hot water tap came out the wall instead of a cold. My second wife was in the dream, and she remarked how easy it was to clean the kitchen. I said, yes, there's no grease, is there? And then at some point, they don't fry, do they? No, apparently not. Never had a place so easy to clean. Yeah. And she was chatting to me. She was actually not dressed in the dream, and it didn't really occur to me, except that I loved her. It was lovely to be with her somehow again. I think I realised that I hadn't been, I don't know, it was just lovely being with her. I said, perhaps we should go back. Well, of course, that changed the dream, didn't it? I woke up slightly disappointed to find that I didn't realise going back would mean that we wouldn't be together. In my waking state now. I think I'd been in paradise, in the dream, in a sort of paradise. In a paradise that was sort of marginally intelligible to me without being an extravagant place. It occurs to me now too that I wasn't particularly struck that she wasn't actually dressed near that last part in the dream. It just was, she's not. I think in a sense there was no, if you like, there's no sex drive. I think I'd been in a pure land. At least to the extent that it's comprehensible to me at present, you see. Because before I fell asleep, I'd done the previous recording on S0067, breathing, and our Heavenly Dad, thank you for all your love. And of course, before I'd done that recording, I'd been doing the practice for, I don't know, could have been something like an hour. And then I thought, perhaps more, and then I thought, I thought I'd go to sleep, but I said to myself, no, I should do the recording that I did do, the one I just mentioned, and the one previous to this, so that it is there to bless people. And having done it, well, I did. I turned over and went to sleep. And that was the dream that I can remember having. So it was different to my recurring dream that I've had, but not in the last few weeks, where I'm lost in the city. I was lost in the city, but it was not being lost. And it wasn't a stress. And of course I had my lovely friend with me, my second wife. And so I feel it's a superconscious dream I've just had. And quite strange, isn't it? But perhaps in some way a confirmation that doing the last recording was on the right track. I read in Paramancer yesterday again somewhere around the 63rd or 4th, something miracle in it, which brings you up to probably in the chapter of the cauliflower robbery, I'm not sure. How we are spirit, but we are so confined in the body. And Paramancer had a period of a while of experiencing the transcendent state, and to come back into the body was so confining compared to the infinity of spirit that he truly is. We all are. We're spirit, you see. Spirit experiencing being in the body. Perhaps male or female, whatever, with whatever culture we're in, and learning the lessons that we feel we need to learn by the grace of God. While we're here, of course, we don't know about the beyond, the transcendent state, so that we can experience and learn that which is a blessing to us. We really shouldn't fear leaving. People who have had the near-death state know this, don't they? There's no fear in dying. Well, at least the ones that report. I don't know if those who have bad experiences just don't report, but tremendous freedom and loveliness of the full spiritual state, presumably in the kingdom of heaven in some sense. Well, but in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. If I go and prepare a place, I shall come again to receive you to myself, that where I am you may be also. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. I'd like to just add that what I called the previous recording Baba. I used to be called Baba by Mum. It was her way of being affectionate to her only child. She loved me to bits. Sweetheart she was, my Mum. Loved her too. And, well, it's not just Jesus that's obsessed with calling God Father, Dad, or over 100 times in the Gospels alone. In John's Gospel alone, 200 times in the Gospels overall. Doesn't use another name but God. So no. Just Dad, Abba. If we take a different religion like Hinduism and Babaji, Baba is father. Dad again, you see. Amazing, across two very significant world religions. Well, very significant world teachings. I'm not sure if the religion has followed too closely, but yes. The more you look at it, there's something very emphatic in Jesus' teaching about the fatherliness of God. I know that sounds a bit gender specific, but as it happens, Paramhansa actually worships Divine Mother. In other words, he's got a female personification of God. Although there is reference in the book to Babaji's divine mission, which was that the yoga, the union with God that he was recommending, and wanted brought to all the world, was because the fatherliness of God would be an understanding that would rescue modern man from his catastrophic politics, really. Of course, whether it's male or female, or both. I mean, God is above being male or female, isn't he? But it's the divine qualities of each that we truly value, isn't it? Which are the divine.